Welcome po sa BIMS App How to Tutorial 07. Sa video na ito, ipapakita natin kung paano gamitin ang Deactivate Resident function sa Barangay Residents Management module. Ang Deactivate Resident ay ginagamit kapag ang isang resident record ay hindi na dapat ituring na active sa system. Halimbawa, kung ang resident ay lumipat na, hindi na active, duplicate, or invalid ang record. Mahalagang tandaan na ang action na ito ay soft delete lamang. Ibig sabihin, hindi permanenteng binubura ang resident data. Instead, ang status ng record ay binabago to inactive, while the data remains stored for audit, reference, and historical purposes. Una, mula sa BIMS main dashboard, buksan ang Barangay Residents Management tile. Pagbukas ng Barangay Residents screen, gamitin ang search box para hanapin ang resident record na i-deactivate. I-type ang pangalan or keyword ng resident. Kapag nakita na ang correct resident record, i-click ang row para ma-highlight ito. Before proceeding, siguraduhin muna na tama ang selected resident. This is very important because deactivation affects the resident's active status in the system. Pagkatapos, mag-right-click sa selected resident row. Lalabas ang context menu. From the menu, piliin ang Deactivate Resident. Depending on the system behavior, a confirmation message may appear. Review the action carefully before confirming. Once confirmed, the resident status is changed to inactive. The resident will no longer be treated as active in the system, but the record is still retained. This is useful because barangay records should preserve history. Even if a resident is no longer active, previous records may still be needed for audit, reporting, verification, or historical reference. Sa Help panel, makikita na this function is accessible only to authorized users, specifically the punong barangay role. This protects the system from accidental or unauthorized deactivation of resident records. Inactive records may still appear in some reports depending on filters. That is why users should understand the difference between active records, inactive records, and permanently deleted data. Inactive records may still appear in some reports depending on filters. That is why users should understand the difference between active records, inactive records, and permanently deleted data. This is recommended instead of permanent deletion because it maintains historical integrity of barangay records. It is also worth mentioning that a similar deactivate function is available in the Server Management module under the Users and Roles section. In that area, user accounts can also be deactivated. When a user account is deactivated, the login access is blocked, but the user data is preserved. This means the account can potentially be reactivated later while still maintaining audit and historical records. So in BIMS, deactivation is used as a safer administrative control. It disables active use without destroying important records. Sa right side, makikita ang Delete Resident Record or Deactivate User Help panel. These help panels explain that deactivation disables active status, preserves data, and should only be performed by authorized roles. In summary, ang process ay simple. Open Barangay Residents Management. Search for the resident. Select the correct row. Right-click. Choose Deactivate Resident. Review the confirmation, then confirm the action. Sa next how-to tutorial, pag-aaralan naman natin ang last section ng Barangay Residents Management module, ang Custom Query Builder. After that, we will proceed to other BIMS modules and workflows. For now, ito muna ang tutorial on how to deactivate a resident record. Pwede nyo rin pong subukan ang BIMS app mismo. Punta lang po kayo sa BIMS website portal https://epfcomposite.com. Tapos i-click ang Launch BIMS App button. Pagkatapos po, lalabas ang login page. Para makapag-login pansamantala, gamitin lang po ang login credentials na nakasulat sa itaas ng login page. Ang BIMS App po ay online daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for evaluation.